how have the central bankers, this is my last slide because my 12 minutes is just up, have reacted to the truth coming out? They admit that they've been telling porkies, and now they propose to increase their power. So central bankers belatedly admit, oh, now that you've mentioned it, yes, banks create the money supply. So let's abolish that now. And also, by the way, let's abolish cash. So what should we do? Well, introduce digital cyber currency that central banks issue and control, and thereby gain total control over all economic transactions, decisions, and the whole lot you've just heard from the CEO of the GDI. So the greatest concentration of central banking power in history is really the bid they're aiming at. That's the central bank's goal. And, of course, digital accounts of dissenters and regime critics could be switched off. It'd be very difficult to even purchase necessities. So this is an Orwellian dystopia of total control, the end of any freedoms. That's really what central banks are aiming at. Several central banks have, like the Bank of England, already prepared their microchip implant, RFID chip, to be implanted under your skin. And why is there sudden discussion about universal basic income from all the grassroots and inverted commas movements and billionaires? Oh, universal basic income is the bribe for you to accept the microchip. The overarching trend of the 20th century is concentration of power in the hands of the few. That's what we have to keep in mind. We have to work against this. We don't want to have these unaccountable central planners making decisions. We need decentralization, and the solution therefore is to maintain public money in the hands of local community banks, decentralize decision-making, give local people the power in the form of local public banks and local not-for-profit community banks. As I walked in, I was delighted to see that the Gottlieb Duttweiler Institute is also about Genossenschaften, cooperatives, and of course, the majority of banks in Germany are cooperative banks, and that's really what we need.
Not sure if you heard exactly what he said. He said UBI, Universal Basic Income, is the bribe meant to coerce you into taking the MOTB. Kal halal Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham Rakakodash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom Yasharallah. Now, I don't know who that gentleman was. I don't know if he's the leading authority on commercial banking or the spokesman for the Tickle Me Elmo fan club. I don't know. I found that snippet while surfing the net. What I do know is, although he is well informed, according to this world and ultimately the plans of the globalists anyways, he, like everybody else who thinks they're going to be able to thwart the international bankers' plans by coming together in unity and do, what did he say? Decentralization and maintain public money in the hands of local community banks. If he thinks the elite haven't already factored that into their agenda for total global control, then he has no idea what the truth is. Nevertheless, the world is waking up to this truth. The so-called white man is exactly who we say he is. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Process of elimination alone dictates to this so-called white man, who is not white but red, which we know through the scriptures is the nation of Esau, Edom, the Edomites. And even those blind to the real truth can see the MOTB, the mark of the beast, is undoubtedly the RFID microchip. What hasn't been factored into the equation is actually there's a couple of things. Let's get this script first off. This is Ecclesiastes 7, verse 12, and it reads, "For wisdom is a defense. Wisdom begins where? In fearing the Lord. Those who fear the Lord adhere to his law, statutes, and commandments, even though they do so by the gift of faith." The scriptures tell us that the Most High revealeth his secrets unto his prophets, i.e. the men of the Lord who prophesy in his name and teach his truth, and those who fear the Lord, submitting to his will. He places a hedge around them. Psalm 34:7. "The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him, and delivereth them." There's no greater defense than that. In these end times, there's three classes of people: those who know what's going on, those who think they know what's going on, and those who don't know a goddamn thing. Scripture tells us in Isaiah 33:6, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and the strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Proverbs 18:10, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. Wisdom is the fruit of knowledge. Wisdom is your wise words, ways, and actions. That's why knowledge of the Lord, especially his name and his son's name, is important. Yahweh means he who exists, meaning he is everything. When you understand that, ergo Isaiah 45:7, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, whose true name is Yahweh, do all these things. When you understand that, your eyes become open, and a prudent man will act accordingly. For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. Bingo. The elite know two things. What you have in your bank account can protect you from them, and so the only way to prevent them from fulfilling their undertaking, i.e. a new world order, is the lack of control over the money system, which really speaks to how you make and spend your money. His only option, which is what you see playing out now, is to remove your ability to buy and sell at will. Ergo, the RFID microchip that will connect you to the beast system, which collects the whole world's banking, monetary, and medical information tied in with your, of course, with your personal records. If money is a defense against Esau's will, the control over your capital gain, meaning how and where you get money, and the knowledge of your expenditures, what you spend it on, pretty much provides Esau with the means to leave you defenseless. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. If wisdom is the fruit of knowledge, then that child has to be Yahweh Shai, who is the wisdom of Yahweh, and that excellency is a chance at salvation through Yahweh Shai's sacrifice and the spreading and teaching of this gospel. In John 10:10, Yahweh Shai says this, the thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. Verse 13, back to Ecclesiastes 7. Consider the work of the Most High, for who can make that straight which he hath made crooked, which further proves the infinite power that is Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, and the fact that Esau was made to fulfill the Lord's will. Job 12:16, with him, the him being Yahweh, is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his. As it is written, Esau having no place of repentance. This is how we know, for those of you trying to save Massa, Esau cannot be saved. But you know how the saying goes, misery loves company. In any event, not to stray too off topic, just so there's no misunderstanding regarding my video on the Apocrypha. Every time I do a lesson, really, I don't know what I'm going to say. I mean, you can say there's a little script. As I pointed out earlier, I detail points of the things that I want to touch on. But like every other prisoner of hope commanded to go out and teach with a measure they were given, it is not my doing. It is the Spirit of the Lord put on me. Nevertheless, back to the script. Esau has long realized there is strength in numbers. This is why he introduced the Crown Vicky and her roommate Vaxan, followed by quarantines and lockdowns. I happened upon a meme that laid it out playing upon tables, so to speak. I'll give you my revised version. The elite will never voluntarily lift the lockdowns, because without the lockdowns, there is no call for a state of emergency. Reminds me of 2 Ezra 15:17. That's a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, which pretty much speaks to being quarantined under the sanction of martial law. Without the fear mongering under the guise of a state of emergency, the powers that shouldn't be would have never been able to usher in the crack scene. Shalom to the brother Amawan Gabar, because that is exactly what it is. It's liquid crack. No crack scene, then there's no justification for digital passports or a totalitarian control. And without the agenda for total control over humanity, you don't have a new world order, a great reset. You don't have universal basic income, and which leads to the implementation of the RFID microchip. So I didn't intend for this to be long. Let's close with this. And I apologize for taking so long to get back to y'all. It's been a trying 2 weeks. For those of you who who know what moving is like, it's in any event, Yahweh Ratazah, I'll get through it. By now you should know where we're going. This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. Let's start at 15. And it reads, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed." Now, the image of the beast is the New World Order and its system. Those that refuse to get down with the program will be persecuted and or killed. That is the reality of the current situation regarding this so-called pandemic. Striving to this this ideological illusion of a new normal. Those who don't want to take the vaccine or the MOTB, you know how it there's no other way to say it, off with your head. Verse 16, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." The he is the beast system under direction of NATO and the EU. The mark is you've heard it from beginning with the elder apostles on down, the charagma, which is the MOB, the MOTB. Some say the mark is the RFID microchip, and the beast is you. Verse 17, "And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name." In any event, the MOTB is an important part of prophecy, along with World War III, of course, which you see temperatures rising, and you see a display of it taking place now out there in the Middle East, especially with the uprising of the Taliban. Despite the calamities happening around us that are easily distracting, the MOTB and the implementation of the chip are important prophecies that let you know that we are nearing the end. The death toll, speaking of easily distracting, is the death toll in Haiti, which is, I believe it is at 2,200. And matter of fact, if anybody believes the Taliban is going to do away with one of their most viable economic resources, I got a street in Poughkeepsie I'd love to sell you. In any event, keep your eyes open, Israel. Stay steadfast in prayer. It's very important, especially in these end times. We almost home. Call halal Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Akakodash. Through the power and spirit, I hope you were edified. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach us 100% truth and root well. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom, Yasharallah. Remember, no test, no jab, and damn sure, don't take that chip. Shalom.